y'all? It's your girl Amber, and welcome to another episode of Goddess Has Spoken TV. Before we get into this video, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe and join the GHST fam. I'll be sure to insert the photos for both Goddess Has Spoken Instagram and YouTube in the edits. But y'all, this video is kind of gonna be a story time, and it's gonna be funny, but it's kind of also going to spread awareness as to how I really feel about GBT. And GBT, y'all got to do better. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, all jokes aside, like, y'all really got to do better. And if y'all haven't seen the vlog, Don't Be Afraid to Speak Up for Yourself, make sure y'all go check that out. Cause y'all will hear me talk about a previous incident from a year ago that happened with them as well. And I'm gonna keep spreading awareness and keep on trucking. So that's what it is. Alright, y'all. So where do I begin? Okay, yesterday I had to go to a gender reveal, right? So I called them. I think it was Friday morning, because you have to call them within 48 hours in advance to let them, like 24 hours in advance or 48 hours, however that goes, in advance to tell them you want to ride. So I give the address, everything. The lady said they will be here between 2:20 and 2:50, because I was supposed to be there at 3:30. And you know they come early. So I'm like, okay. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, why GBT be on some funny? Because they did
Not
that.
gonna lie, lately they've been slacking for real.
A couple of weeks ago. Which I got big news in store. I can't drop it yet, but ooh, y'all, not to get off topic, but ooh, y'all gonna be so excited. Ooh, 'cause I can't wait to tell y'all. Just when y'all, just not to get off topic, but I'm gonna let y'all know soon. But it's not time yet. But just know your girl is brought up. Okay, so back to the story. So anyway, get dressed and everything, shower, everything looking cute, like I'm going to church, even though I really wasn't. But it was the top was giving church vibes. Sorry, Dee, but the top was definitely giving church vibes. Like I was being somebody.
No, for real, it definitely was.
But okay, so sitting there dressed or whatever. Now, mind you, I was dressed long before 2. I think my egg got here. It was about 10 yesterday. 10, 11. So I was dressed long before then. So anyway, 2:20 rolls by. Don't see nothing. When it got to 2:50, I'm like, all right, let me call. Because now they on some funny stuff. Finally, get in touch with the dispatcher. She's like, oh, we're short drivers. And the driver that was originally going to pick you up has left. So, do you know how long I waited? Do you know how long I waited? They didn't pick me up till 5 o'clock. So, 4 hours, bro.
Literally 4 hours, and I was pissed.
I didn't eat because I wanted to pig out at the party. Like, you know me. If I'm going somewhere and I know somebody and I know their food is fire, or I know they're gonna have fire food there, I don't eat because sis like to stock up while she's there. Like, who don't? So at this point, like, I just kept calling on the hour. Like, once it got to
every
4,
second,
like, okay.
every
Once
minute,
it got to 3
every
and 4,
hour.
I'm like, okay,
because I was
like,
ready to
where's
go.
the driver? So she's like, oh, you have to give it a second, because she said after that, when I called her the original time, she's like, they were trying to find someone to come get me. So I'm like, okay, like, this is crazy. Like, I was like, I was supposed to have been picked up at between 2:20 and 2:50, and now you're telling me it's almost 5 o'clock and there's still nobody here. But you know me, I'm a complainer. See, I'm like, when it comes to things like
I'm on top of it, like white on rice. And
very on top of it. Because first of all, and the smart thing, this is to anybody that, you know, is in charge of companies like GBT, even, you know, Vail, to a certain extent. Personally, it's not the client's job to find out, you know, when a driver is not coming in, when, you know, you might have to use another transportation because they're short drivers. It's y'all job to let us know, like, what's going on when it comes to
there
things
is
like
no
that.
reason
Now,
why I should have had to call and find out my driver
or
wasn't coming at first.
When the ride gets here, you need like a few minutes because you're doing something and you can't go out there right away because you're stuck in your house doing something. That's a different story. That falls on us. But things like that, no. We should be getting a call from the dispatcher or whoever is in charge of doing the transportation. Like, hey, this is what's going on. And it's called common courtesy. Because why should the client have to reach out to you when you know what's going on? We have no control or no idea what's going on. Y'all should kindly let us know.
And y'all should be on top of it regardless.
So I told her, I'm like, well, since my pickup time from the location where I was getting dropped off at was for 6:30, would you kindly, since you guys were late, let me stay?
I forgot to mention, but she did let me stay till between 7 and 7:30.
On the weekends stops at 8 o'clock. During the week, it's 7. It's 8 o'clock to 8:30. The last bus, it's at 7 o'clock on the weekdays. But I told her, I'm like, well, since, you know, you guys were late, could you kindly
as they should have and did,
let me stay between 7 and 7:30. So she's like, oh, yes, that's not a problem. We can do that. Okay. So we get to the party. You know, it was lit. I mean, I wish I could have had, you know, some liquor. But since everybody was kind of still traumatized from the last time, nobody was trying to give me no loot except me.
I mean, nobody always looking out for me. Like, I still didn't get none though.
So I was just like, I can't get no loot, sir. I can't get no.
Why I can't get none? Everybody else getting some too.
But no, nobody wanted me falling down hills and shit. And I understand.
They was traumatized, y'all. They was making sure they ain't get me.
Your birthday. Like, I had to go here. And plus, the party didn't start till after I left. So I was kind of bummed about that. Like, there were games, but since I will get no drinks.
Since I retired from smoking and drinking,
I ain't participating.
There was no way I was participating.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But, it's all good. So, fast forward. Now, the guy that picked me up. Now,
that's the funny part, y'all.
He picked me up when I went to the cookout at the same spot for my birthday. So, mind you, right? A lady was on the bus. We dropped her off first. So, after she gets off the bus, he was like, can I get your number?
I'm really saying to myself,
at first he said why? He was playing. So then we get to my house now. So I didn't have a bag to carry my plate of food, which I should have asked somebody.
I should have brought a bag that way I wouldn't have to deal with as I said in the video.
Old geezer anyway. So we get to my house now, right? So homeboy, we get in the elevator because I live on the 4th floor, so, and my building's like handicap accessible. So we get to the 4th floor. But mind you, when I'm in the elevator, so he's like, no. He's like, I like you.
Homeboy thought he was going to get this number, and I was finna change his life. But the joke is on you.
Like, I see you. Da, da, da. I'm like, and I'm saying to myself, this nigga look like, excuse my French, he look like he need Viagra.
He surely do.
I'm just saying. Now, okay. I know this saying, you don't judge a book by its cover. It's not about how a person look on the outside. It's how a person treats you, whatever. But I treat my nigga like I treat food. I'm looking at 99.9% with my eyes. Cause, okay, think about it. When you eat a plate of food, what's the first thing you do before you eat it? You look at it first, see if it's alright. Well, I mean, it's the same thing at first.
When somebody you eat me. That's all the eating we
need. And it goes off by conversation. I'm not gonna lie. Now, don't get me wrong. The guy was nice enough to help me carry my plate, and I did.
He was, and I greatly do appreciate that.
I'm not like that. Like,
I just wasn't interested.
I'm like my nigga young, like, like in their 30s. Like, I don't want no ugly ass old geezer that probably can't get it up naturally.
I don't do Viagra over here. I'm a natural Viagra, you feel me?
And you need Viagra. Okay. Cause that belly was a little bit too big for me. Okay. Since you want me to be honest, and y'all, it's like he kept wanting my number. Like I said, I know it's not all based off looks, cause it should go by how a person treats you and how a person makes you feel. Not saying he could have been a great sugar daddy, but boy, like, what makes you think I want you? And it always be the ones you don't really want that.
It always be that way, and I'm sick of it. Like, for once, can I just have somebody that I like really actually like me back?
So, anyway, right? We get to my door. Not to get off topic. I'm sorry if this is a little long-winded, but I'm trying to make y'all understand where I'm coming from with that, because firstly, like, let's get off topic for a second. I have to be careful because firstly, you see this. That's number one. And I was always taught, like, you can't be so, like, friendly with people because they see a little tenderoni like you out here in these streets, and they see you in a wheelchair, they automatically think, oh, she easy, like I could get her, like, and no, cause to speak up.
And I do.
And if sis don't like you, she gonna tell. She gonna tell you. If sis don't feel comfortable, like, yo, I don't feel comfortable. I mean, this is why I've been asking mommy and, Didi for me for like the past, like, 4 years. Like, but nobody don't want to give me no mace because they think I'm gonna shoot myself in the process. But I say all that to say this, like, if a female don't like you, and yeah, you may like her, you see her swag, you see her potential, you see what she be doing for herself. Like, don't keep trying to push up.
Don't keep trying to push up on us because we not interested.
What
you
may think is for you is not for you. Okay? And that definitely was not for me. I'm saying it because the way how he was going about it. Like, if I say no, like, if you was a little bit cool about it, like, yeah. But you don't keep asking me, like, can I get your number? Can I get your number? Can I get your number? Like, you're not even, to me, he wasn't that interesting because he just kept, like.
He was just a little too nosy for me.
He just kept asking me, like, questions, like, that really wasn't none of his business. I mean, I answered him because I'm polite. But you don't need to know about, like, my mom. You don't need to know about my ex because I don't even talk to my ex. Like, you don't even need to do that. But I guess the reason why he was trying to, ask me questions about my ex is he wanted to see if I was still with him, so he should stop. But I really don't. I can give $0. And I like my men's young, like. I'm gonna be honest, because I like them older, but they gotta be like in their 30 older. Like, let me grow up with you. Not you already live life and you don't want to do half the stuff I don't want to do.
Facts, because I'm trying to sit on your face in Jamaica somewhere.
What are y'all thoughts? What do you think I should have gave him my number? Because I have zero. Let me tell you, I have zero regrets of not doing that. And I know, like I said, you don't judge a book by its cover because it's not how a person looks, but it's how a person treats you. But at the end of the day, if a girl's saying no, she's saying no. That's it. Like, it's just do it. No. And when I say this, I mean, I know my stomach right now, I look 5 months pregnant. But this nigga look like he had triplets.
And his belly was looking just about the same.
I'm just saying.
But more like 7 months.
And yeah, it may seem like I'm throwing shade, but you gotta understand where I'm coming from. Like, that's just not my cup of tea. Like, my baby gotta be fine. Because what if we decide to have kids? Listen. I'm trying to be like me. Like, you see me and all this, okay? Like, my baby gotta be just poppin' as mommy and daddy, okay? Cause we put the stamp on the proof of when we came and made you. That's how I wanna look at it. Not this ghetto nigga, like, that probably need Viagra. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest, okay? And, like I said, so, not to get off subject, because I know y'all can fast forward through some of this if you want to, because some of this is off topic, but it leads back to what I'm finna say. So let me finish this up. Right? So we get to my door, and he's like, can I, well, first, when I came in, because I was like, let me turn on some lights real quick. So he's like, oh, I can't go inside. I wasn't asking you to go inside. Like, I wasn't asking you to go inside. I was just turning on some lights because sis didn't want to be running around here like she is blind as a bat and acting like she can see in x-ray vision when she knows she can't. So he like, so I come back around after I turn, my kitchen light on. So I come back around So he like, so I still can't get your number? I'm like, no. Like, thank you. I'm like, thank you for helping me carry on my plate. I do appreciate it, but you're not getting my number. He's like, oh, well, we could just talk. I don't want to talk to you. Like, personally, like, it's just the way how he went about it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you kept pushing. I like when somebody, like, you know, at first, you know, they may ask, but if I say no, like, they, you know, take it as an opportunity, you know, to get to know you, and they ask you, they ask you questions about you, but not to be, like, on a nosy type level. I feel like when he was asking me a bunch of questions, like, he was just, like, being kind of nosy, because you asking me questions about my mama, you asking me questions about my ex, you asking me questions about this and about that, and I'm just like, I don't like you. Point blank, period. Like, you look like you need Viagra. And I wanna travel the world with my baby. Firstly, I wanna travel the world by myself. So, mommy, I'm still waiting on that trip for Jamaica, boo-boo. I'm still waiting to go see the Bob Marley Museum by myself. And then, you know, maybe one day down the road, that could be a vacation. I could be like, yeah, I went here, I went there. Like, I want to at least do some traveling by myself. But even if I did have a boyfriend, like, I want to be able to travel. Like, I want to be able to have somebody that could run around, like, with kids. Not no geriatric old man that probably barely can get it up unless he... And I'm going to still say he look like he needs Viagra. I mean, I know it's not right to talk about people. But all in all, if a person not interested, don't keep pushing up on her. Cause yeah, I mean, I know I'm cute. I know I'm a baddie. I know. And trust me, if you came in contact with me, I would want you to date me. Hell, I would even want to date myself, because I know I would be that bomb ass girlfriend. Like, yo, like, I know. I literally will treat you like the king you motherfucking is, but if I don't feel attracted to you, like, if you ain't making no things happen down there, or you ain't giving me no butterflies, you ain't even, firstly, because it's not even about that. If you're not, I'm at a point in my life where the next relationship I get into, like, I'm learning, you know, not to jump the gun. I mean, yeah, sure, there have been situations where, you know, you may flirt, you may dip and dabble a little bit, you know, and thing might pop off. But I'm right now, personally, I just want to take this time to just really focus on me. I mean, when he asked for my number, when we got up at the door, he said we just could talk. But I really just wasn't attracted to old boy. Like, sorry, boo, sorry, but it's just not for me. No, I'm not caught up. I'm not still in love with my ex or anything like that. I'm not focusing my attention on past things. I'm just at a point where focusing on me is important, and building what I'm trying to build for myself is important. And like I said, if a girl is saying no, that don't mean keep pushing. And also, like I said, GBT, you gotta do better. Like, if y'all running low on staff, and I don't care who this is, because I use more than one transportation to get from point A to point B, as well as the city bus. Don't don't keep in contact with the client. Let the client know what's up. That's all I'm trying to say. That's why this title is going to be Storytime GBT. Y'all got to do better. Because I'm getting sick of it, and I'm going to keep spreading awareness. So if anybody that live in Bridgeport and that follow me on here, you don't even got to take the bus. You could just put it in the Greater Bridgeport Transit and share this to them on the Facebook page. Because listen here, I'm going to keep talking about this because things have to get better for us. This is why we never want to take it. I mean, after this, I'm considering just, taking the city bus and catching the train. And that's also something that I'm really going to try to work to get into because GBT sucks. And I'm going to be honest. So, like I said, if anybody that live in Bridgeport, you don't have to necessarily have a disability. I want y'all to share this to the Greater Bridgeport Transit page and get it to who needs to see it, because this ain't right. And GBT, y'all gotta do better. And if that's lesson number 1 I want them to take away from this video. But lesson number 2, if you trying to push up on a female and she tell you no, don't keep doing it. Because that first no is still going to be no regardless. So don't do it. But anyway, that's it for this video. Like I said, drop in the comments. Do y'all think I was wrong for not giving old boy my number? Drop in the comments if similar situations that happen with you as far as the transportation. Let's spread awareness together and let me know if I was wrong. Like I said, I know it's not about looks, okay? It's how a person treats you on the inside. But me and all this chocolatiness, you see, and y'all see, well, y'all really haven't seen Mommy on my page, but some of y'all that's following me on Facebook, y'all seen my mom. And y'all seen, a picture of, my dad if you follow me on my old Facebook page. Like, my parents is fine, so they made fine. So it's only right. It's only right that if I were to pass it down to a child, half of this, would be their DNA. So, no, I personally, I feel that I wasn't wrong because how the way he was pushing up. But anywho, that is it for today's video. Make sure you like, comment, like I said. Let me know if I was wrong for old boy not giving him my number. And drop in the comments a similar situation that has happened to you with the transportation like GBT that come to pick you up from your house and drops you off to your location. And yeah, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and join the GHST fam. And I will see you until the next video. Peace! Love y'all!